Hello. Before you drift away tonight, I want you to become aware of the light. Maybe it is the soft glow of a lamp in the corner of your room. Maybe it is the pale blue light of the moon filtering through your curtains. Or maybe it is just the faint residual image of the world fading behind your closed eyelids. We take light for granted. It is always there. It washes over us every day, waking us up, warming our skin, showing us the faces of the people we love. It feels instant. You flip a switch, and the room is filled. You look up, and the sun is there. But light is a traveler. Every single particle of light that has ever touched your eye is a messenger from the deep past. It is an ancient voyager that has crossed unimaginable distances, survived chaotic storms, and navigated the cold silence of the void just to arrive here. At this exact moment, to meet you. Tonight, we are going to slow down the fastest thing in the universe. We are going to stop the clock. We are going to catch a single particle of light, a single photon, and we are going to follow its life story. It is a story that begins not with speed, but with slowness. A story that begins in a place of crushing pressure and blinding heat. It is a story of a struggle that lasts for thousands of years, followed by a freedom that lasts for eternity. So let your body sink into the mattress. Let your breathing become heavy and rhythmic. Imagine yourself becoming weightless, lifting off from the earth, floating upwards through the roof, through the clouds, and into the velvet blackness of space. We are traveling towards the sun, but we are not stopping at the surface. We are going deep, through the swirling flames, through the boiling gas, down, 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 into the very heart of the star. Welcome to the core. Imagine a place where the concept of heavy does not even begin to describe the pressure. You are now in the center of the sun. Here, the gravity is so intense that it crushes atoms together. It is a hug so tight that matter itself begins to panic. The density here is 150 times that of water. It is like being buried under a mountain of lead, but the lead is made of gas. It is hot, 15 million degrees. But paradoxically, for our story, we must imagine this place as a womb, a loud, crowded, energetic womb. This is where our photon is born. It happens in a moment of violence that becomes a moment of creation. Imagine two protons. They are the nuclei of hydrogen atoms. They are floating in this soup of plasma, moving at incredible speeds. Usually, protons hate each other. They both have a positive charge. Like two north poles of a magnet They want to push apart. They want to stay away. But here, the pressure is too great. There is no room to move. There is no personal space. The gravity of the entire star pushes them closer and closer and closer. They resist. They push back. But the weight of the star is winning. Suddenly, snap. They are forced together. They fuse. In that fraction of a second, something magical happens. A tiny piece of their mass, a microscopic crumb of matter, is lost. It vanishes. But it doesn't really vanish. It changes. It transforms from a solid thing into a wave of pure energy. It becomes a photon. This is the birth of our protagonist. It is born as a gamma ray. This is the most energetic, powerful type of light in the universe. It is screaming with power. It is a tiny packet of raw fury. If this photon could fly straight out, it would tear through the solar system in seconds. But it cannot fly out. It is trapped. This is the part of the story that nobody tells you. We think of sunlight as fast. We know it takes 8 minutes for light to travel from the sun to the earth. But that is only the final leg of the journey. The first part of the journey, the escape from the core, takes thousands of years. Imagine our newborn photon. It is alive. It is awake. It wants to run. It travels at the speed of light, 300,000 kilometers per second. It starts to move. It dashes forward. But it only makes it a fraction of a centimeter. Bump. It crashes into another proton, or a helium nucleus, or a free electron. The core is too crowded. It is like trying to run full speed through a packed stadium or a dense forest where the trees are touching each other. The photon crashes. It is absorbed by the particle. For a tiny moment, it ceases to exist. It is eaten. And then the particle spits it out again. Go away, it says. The photon is released. It dashes off again, but in a random direction. Maybe it goes left. Maybe it goes right. Maybe it goes backwards, back towards the center of the star. It moves another fraction of a centimeter. Bump. Another crash. Another absorption. Another release. New direction. This is called the random walk. It is the drunkard's walk of physics. Imagine being lost in a thick fog. You take a step, but you hit a wall. You turn around, take a step, and hit another wall. You are moving fast, but you are going nowhere. Our poor little photon. It is so full of energy. It is glowing with the power of a nuclear bomb. But it is stuck in a prison of plasma, it bounces. Zing, zap, zing, zap. Billions of times a second, it forgets where up is. It forgets where the surface is. It is just a pinball in an infinite machine. Time passes. On Earth, the pyramids are built. The photon is still bumping around in the core. On Earth, the Roman Empire rises and falls. The photon is still bumping. On Earth, humans invent the steam engine, then the car, then the internet. The photon is still there, bumping, crashing, struggling. Scientists estimate that it can take anywhere from 100,000 to 1 million years for a single photon to escape the core of the sun. Think about that patience. The light that is hitting your eye today was created before modern humans existed. It has been fighting its way out of the sun for eons, and as it fights, it changes. It gets tired. Every time it crashes, every time it is absorbed and re-emitted, it loses a tiny bit of energy. It starts as a gamma-ray, deadly high-frequency blue-violet energy. But as it spends millennia bouncing through the radiative zone, it stretches out. It relaxes. It shifts from gamma-ray to X-ray. Then, from X-ray to ultraviolet. It is aging. It is maturing. It is no longer the angry, screaming child that was born in the fusion reaction. It is becoming something gentler. Let us fast forward 100,000 years. Our photon has finally reached the outer layers of the sun. This is called the convective zone. Here, the plasma is not so crushed. It moves in great boiling currents. Huge bubbles of hot gas, bigger than the Earth, rise up to the surface, like bubbles in a pot of boiling oatmeal. Our photon catches a ride. It is swept up in these currents. It is still bouncing, still crashing, but the crowd is thinning out. The trees in the forest are further apart. It can move a meter before crashing, then a kilometer. It can smell the freedom. It can feel the coldness of space waiting above. Finally, it reaches the photosphere, the surface. This is the skin of the sun. Below this line, everything is opaque plasma. Above this line, space is transparent. The photon takes one last bounce, one last goodbye to the star that created it. And then, nothing stands in its way. Whoosh! It is free. After 1,000,000 years of darkness and struggle, it is suddenly in the void. It accelerates instantly to its top speed. 299,792,458 meters per second. The speed limit of reality. It is no longer a gamma ray. The long struggle has softened it into visible light. Maybe it is a yellow photon, or a green one, or a warm red one. It is a packet of pure information flying into the black. Behind it, the sun is a raging monster of fire. But ahead is the cold, silent tapestry of the stars. The journey of imprisonment is over. The journey of distance has begun. Imagine you are riding on the back of this photon. You are surfing a wave of probability. The universe rushes past you. But here is the strange thing about being a photon. For you, time does not exist. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, the faster you move through space, the slower you move through time. If you reach the speed of light, time stops completely. For the photon, the moment it leaves the sun and the moment it hits the earth happen at the exact same instant. There is no duration. For us standing on Earth, we wait 8 minutes. But for the photon, the journey is instantaneous. It is everywhere at once. But let us look at it from the outside. Let us watch it fly. It passes the orbit of Mercury, the small, scorched planet. The photon ignores it. It flies past the rocky craters, illuminating the dust for a fraction of a second before rushing on. It passes the orbit of Venus, the cloudy, hot world. The photon glides over the white, sulfuric clouds reflecting off the atmosphere, and then it sees a blue marble floating in the distance. Earth. Out of all the directions it could have gone, it could have flown into the empty void for billions of years. It happened to be aimed at this tiny, fragile blue dot. It is a 1 in a billion chance, and it is heading straight for it. It covers the distance, 150 million kilometers. It passes the moon, a gray, silent sentinel. And then it hits the atmosphere of Earth. Splash. The atmosphere is like a thick ocean of gas. The photon was traveling through a vacuum, but now it has to navigate the air. Nitrogen, oxygen, water vapor, dust. It starts to scatter. This is why the sky is blue. The blue photons scatter easily, painting the dome of the heavens. But our photon, let's say our photon is a warm red one, a sunset photon. It survives the scattering. It punches through the clouds. It is falling towards the ground, down towards a continent, down towards a city, down towards a street, down towards a window. Your window. It passes through the glass. The glass slows it down just a tiny bit, bends it slightly, and then releases it into the room. It flies across your bedroom. It illuminates the dust motes dancing in the air. And then it hits the wall, or the book on your nightstand, or your face. And just like that, its journey is over. It is absorbed. The energy that was created by crushing protons together 1,000,000 years ago in the center of a star is now transferred to your skin. It becomes a tiny, tiny amount of heat. It warms you. That warmth you feel from the sun. It is the ghost of a nuclear battle from the deep past. You are being touched by the heart of a star. But not every photon ends its life on a human face. Some have a much more ancient destiny. Some have a job to do that is the basis of all life on our planet. Let us rewind the tape. Let us imagine a different photon, a green one. It leaves the sun. It flies through space. It hits the atmosphere. But instead of a window, it aims for a forest. It aims for a leaf, a single green leaf fluttering in the wind. The photon crashes into the surface of the leaf. It dives deep into the cells. It finds a tiny machine inside the cell called a chloroplast. And inside that machine, it hits a molecule of chlorophyll. This is the most important collision in history. The energy of the photon is caught. It is trapped by the plant. The plant uses this energy to split water apart, to grab carbon dioxide from the air. It uses the ghost of the star to build sugar, to build wood, to build food, everything you have ever eaten. Every apple, every slice of bread, every grain of rice. It is all just trapped sunlight. You are eating photons. You are eating the energy of the sun stored in a chemical battery. When you move your arm, when your heart beats, when you think a thought, you are releasing that stored sunlight. You are a creature made of light. You are a way for the universe to keep the energy of the stars moving. But there is a third path. A path of loneliness. A path of eternity. What happens to the photons that miss the Earth? What happens to the photons that don't hit Mercury or Venus or Mars or Jupiter? The sun emits roughly 10 to the power of 45 photons every second. That is a number so big we cannot name it. And almost all of them miss everything. They fly out into the dark. They pass the orbit of Neptune, the cold blue giant. They pass the Kuiper Belt, the ring of frozen comets. They leave the solar system behind. The sun becomes just a bright star in the distance, then just a normal star, then just a faint dot, and still the photon flies. It enters the interstellar medium, the space between the stars. It is very dark here and very empty. There is nothing to hit, nothing to absorb it, nothing to reflect it. It travels for years, then centuries, then millenniums. It crosses the spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy. It dodges clouds of cosmic dust. It waves goodbye to other stars, other solar systems. It is a message in a bottle thrown into the deepest ocean imaginable. But there is no shore. Let us follow this only photon. It has been traveling for 100,000 years now. It leaves the Milky Way galaxy completely. It enters the intergalactic void, the vast, terrifying, empty space between galaxies. Here, the isolation is absolute. It is just a tiny wave of energy, preserving its frequency, carrying the picture of its birth, flying into the endless night. Does it get lonely? Does it get tired? No. Because for the photon, no time has passed. It is still the exact same moment it left the sun. It thinks it is still in the neighborhood. But to the universe, it is becoming a relic. And as it travels through this vast distance, something strange begins to happen to the space around it. The universe is expanding. Space itself is stretching, like a rubber band being pulled. And because the photon is traveling through this rubber band, it gets stretched too. Its wavelength gets longer. It starts as visible light, yellow, but the expansion pulls it. It becomes orange, then red, then infrared. This is called redshift. The universe is slowly stealing the energy of the light. It is tiring it out, not by friction, but by stretching the road it walks on. Our photon is becoming a radio wave. Low energy, lazy, long. It is fading into the background hum of the cosmos. It might travel for billions of years. It might witness the birth of new galaxies. It might witness the collision of black holes. It might witness the death of the universe itself, and perhaps one day, far in the future, after traveling for 13 billion years, it hits something. Maybe the mirror of a giant telescope, built by a civilization that we cannot imagine. On a planet circling a dying red dwarf star, an astronomer looks at the data, and he sees a tiny blip, a tiny spike in the signal. "Hello?" says the photon. "I come from a star called the sun. I come from a time when humans slept in beds and dreamed of the stars. And finally, after an eternity of silence, the photon is absorbed. Its journey ends. It delivers its tiny packet of heat to the sensor of the telescope. it has completed its mission. This is the life of light. From the crushing crowds of the core, to the freedom of the surface, to the warmth of a human face, or the loneliness of the void, it is a beautiful cycle. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It only changes forms. The light in your room is just energy that is visiting you for a moment. Before that, it was a star. Before that, it was gas. And before that, it was the Big Bang. So tonight, as you lie in the dark, remember that you are not really in the dark. You are swimming in a sea of ancient travelers. Even the darkness is full of them. Radio waves, infrared waves, neutrinos. You are connected to the entire history of the cosmos. Rest your eyes now. The photons have done their work. They have brought you the images of the day. Now let them fade. Let the zero take over. Let your eyelids close. When you close your eyes, you think you are cutting off the flow of light. You think you are creating darkness. But true darkness is very hard to find. Even with your eyes closed, there is a faint shimmer, a soft gray noise. Biologists call this the Eigengrau, the own gray. It is the background noise of your own retina. Your eyes are so desperate to see light that they create their own little sparks in the absence of the sun. Your brain is humming to itself in the dark. And even if you could turn that off, the room around you is not dark. If our eyes were tuned differently, if we could see like snakes or mosquitoes, your bedroom would be glowing. Everything that has heat emits light. It emits infrared photons. Your walls, warmed by the day, are glowing softly. The floor is glowing. Your computer, even in sleep mode, has a tiny LED that is firing red photons into the room like a lighthouse. And you are the brightest thing in the room right now. Underneath your blankets, your body is a furnace. You are radiating heat. You are glowing with invisible infrared light. If we looked at you with a thermal camera, you would look like a beautiful, warm orange and red ghost curled up in the blue dark. You are not just receiving light from the universe. You are giving it back. You are a tiny star in your own right, shining heat into the cool air of the night. Feel that warmth trapped under the duvet. That is your own personal sphere of light. It is a cocoon of energy that you have created. Now let your mind drift away from the room again. Let us go back to that feeling of time travel, because light takes time to travel. Looking out into the universe is like looking down into a deep well of history. When you look at the moon, you are seeing it as it was 1.3 seconds ago. That is a very short memory. When you look at the sun, you are seeing the ghost of 8 minutes ago. But on a clear night, if you are far away from the city lights, you might see a faint, fuzzy patch in the constellation of Andromeda. That is another galaxy, a city of 1 trillion stars. The photons from Andromeda have been traveling for 2.5 million years to reach your eye. When those photons left their home, humans did not exist. There were no cities, no language, only our distant ancestors walking on the plains of Africa. The light traveled across the great intergalactic void, while dynasties rose and fell on Earth, while ice ages came and went. And tonight, one of those ancient photons ended its journey on your retina. You are touching the deep past. The night sky is not a picture of the present. It is a history book. It is a museum of ancient light. Every star you see is a memory. Some of those stars might have died thousands of years ago, but their light is still traveling, carrying the news of their existence. It is a comforting thought, isn't it? The past is not gone. It is just flying away from us at the speed of light. Nothing is ever truly lost in the universe. It is just echoes, traveling forever. Let us go even further back, before the stars, before the galaxies. Let us go back almost to the beginning. Imagine the universe when it was very young, only 380,000 years old. It was a baby universe. At that time, the whole universe was like the core of the sun. It was hot, dense plasma. It was a glowing fog. Photons couldn't travel. They were trapped, just like our photon was trapped in the sun. They bounced around in the fog. The universe was opaque. It was glowing, but you couldn't see through it. Then space expanded. The universe cooled down. And suddenly, the fog cleared. The electrons and protons combined to make neutral hydrogen gas. The path was clear. For the first time in history, light was free to travel. In an instant, the entire universe flashed with brilliant, blinding white light. It was the afterglow of the Big Bang. That light is still here. It is everywhere. It is filling this room right now. But over 13.8 billion years, the expansion of space has stretched that brilliant white light. It has stretched it out so much that it is no longer visible. It has become microwaves. It is called the cosmic microwave background radiation. It is the oldest light in existence. It is the wallpaper of the cosmos. If you could see microwaves, the entire night sky wouldn't be dark between the stars. It would be glowing, with a uniform, soft energy. 20 years ago, if you turned on an old analog television set to a channel with no broadcast, you would see static, black and white fuzz. About 1% of that static was the cosmic microwave background. You were watching the birth of the universe on your TV screen. That ancient light is flowing through you right now. A bath of primordial photons. It is the ultimate background noise, a hiss that has been playing for eternity. It is a lullaby that is 13.8 billion years old. Let that ancient static wash over you. It is the sound of silence on a cosmic scale. It is the temperature of deep space, 2.7 degrees above absolute zero. The universe is vast and old and filled with light that we cannot see. And you are a part of it. A small, warm, conscious part of it. You have spent the day processing light. Your eyes have worked hard, turning photons into electrical signals for your brain. Your brain has worked hard, turning those signals into images, into meaning, into worries, into plans. But now, the light show is over. The curtain has come down. It is time to stop processing. It is time to stop interpreting. You don't need to see anything else tonight. You don't need to understand anything else tonight. You can just float in the sea of invisible photons, the infrared heat from your blankets, the ancient microwaves from the Big Bang, the radio waves passing through the walls. Let them all pass through you. You are transparent to them. You are weightless. You are drifting on the tide of deep time. The photons have traveled for millions of years to get here. They are tired. They are resting now. And you should rest with them. The particle becomes a wave. The wave becomes a ripple. The ripple becomes still water. Smooth, dark, quiet. Sleep. The curtain has fallen. The show is over. There is a strange and beautiful idea in quantum physics. It is called the observer effect. It suggests that the fundamental building blocks of reality, like our little photon, do not fully exist in a definite state until they are interacted with, until they are measured, until they are seen. Before it hits your eye, a photon is just a wave of probability. It is a ghost. It could be here. It could be there. It is just a smudge of possibility floating in the dark. But the moment it hits your retina, snap, the wave collapses. It decides to be a particle. It decides to be real. It delivers its tiny packet of information to your brain, and you say, I see a wall, or I see a star. Think about what that means. All day long, you have been the observer. Your open eyes have been collapsing the wave functions of the universe. You have been forcing the blurry world to become sharp and solid. It is exhausting work being the anchor of reality, but now your eyes are closed. You have stopped observing. You have stopped measuring the room, and because you are no longer looking, the room no longer needs to be solid. Without your gaze holding it together, the walls of your bedroom can soften. They can turn back into waves of probability. The furniture can dissolve into a gentle mist of atoms. The ceiling can open up to the soft, silent sky. You do not need to hold the world up anymore. You can let it go. Let it slip back into the blur. Let the edges of your own body soften too. Where does your skin end and the air begin? Where does your back end and the mattress begin? The lines are blurring. You are melting into the background. You are no longer a solid object. You are a wave drifting on the ocean of energy. Think back to that first photon struggling for 1,000,000 years to get out of the sun, bumping into everything, fighting the crowd. That was your day. That was your busy mind, bumping into worries, bumping into tasks. But now you have reached the surface. You have broken free. You are in the open space now. There is nothing left to hit. There is no friction. You can just fly. Fly out into the velvet black. The further you go, the quieter it gets. The further you go, the slower time becomes. Your thoughts are stretching out now, just like the light stretching as the universe expands. Your thoughts were bright, fast, yellow light. Now they are turning orange, slower, warmer. Now they are turning deep red. Soon they will become infrared, invisible. Just a gentle warmth in the darkness. You are drifting toward the horizon of consciousness, that place where the sea meets the sky, where thinking meets dreaming. It is a smooth, flat line. There are no waves here, no storms, just a quiet, endless gliding. The light has traveled so far to find you. It has completed its journey, and now you can complete yours. Drift, dissolve, darkness, deep, zero. Think now of the eyes of the deep sea creatures. Down in the abyssal zone of the ocean, where sunlight never reaches, it is eternally dark. Yet life there has adapted. Some creatures have eyes that can detect the faintest, rarest photons, not from the sun, but from the bioluminescence of other creatures, or the faint chemical glow of deep-sea vents. They live in a world of near-perfect shadow, waiting for a single spark of light to guide them. Tonight, Your mind is like that deep ocean. The bright sun of your conscious thought has set. You are sinking deeper into the abyss of sleep. It is a world without the harsh, bright lights of the surface, but it is not an empty world. As you sink, tiny, beautiful lights begin to appear in the darkness. These are the bioluminescent creatures of your subconscious. A dream begins as a faint spark, a random neuron firing in the back of your brain, a single photon of memory. Maybe it's the flash of a face you saw years ago. Maybe it's the feeling of warm sand under your feet from a childhood vacation. Maybe it's just a color or a sound or a nonsensical word. These little sparks drift up from the depths. They swirl together like phosphorescent plankton catching a current. They begin to form shapes. They begin to tell a story. This is the gentle magic of dreaming. Your brain is weaving a tapestry out of leftover light. It is taking the fragmented photons of your experience and creating a new private universe just for you. You don't need to direct this play. You are not the director tonight. You are the audience. Sit back in the velvet chair of your mind. Watch the sparks dance. Let the images come. Let them shift and change. They don't need to make sense. The logic of the day does not apply here. A house can turn into a forest. A person can become a song. Gravity can decide to let you go. It is a fluid world. A world made of light that has no mass, no weight. Feel how heavy your body is in the real world, sunk deep into the mattress. Yet feel how light your mind is becoming. It is detaching from the anchor of the body. It is getting ready to float up and join the dance of the dream photons. The deeper you go, the softer the lights become. The bright flashes of the early dream stage fade away. You are entering the deepest waters now, the abyss. Here, there is only a slow, deep, rhythmic pulse, like the slow breathing of a sleeping whale, like the slow turning of a galaxy. It is the rhythm of deep, restorative sleep. The delta waves of the brain. Long, slow, gentle undulations of electrical energy. In this place, there are no images. There are no stories. There is only pure being. It is the closest we get to the state of the photon before it was born. Pure energy waiting in the dark. You are safe here. This is the engine room of your life, the place where you are recharged. Let gravity pull you all the way down to the bottom. Rest on the soft, silent seabed of your mind. Let the dark water cover you completely. There is nothing left to see. There is nothing left to do. The light has gone out. The waves have settled. The silence is complete. Sleep. You are now at the very bottom of the ocean of sleep. The journey is complete. The frantic energy of the sun is gone. The long voyage across space is over. The flickering dreams of the shallow water have faded away. You have arrived at the foundation. Here, in the deepest delta, sleep, the universe becomes very simple again. It is no longer made of particles and waves. It is no longer made of past and future. It is just made of presence. Think of the photon one last time. When it travels freely through empty space, it doesn't experience time. 1 billion years for us is 0 seconds for the light. It exists in an eternal now. Deep sleep is your chance to experience that eternal now. When you are truly asleep, clocks have no meaning. Hours melt away in what feels like an instant. You enter the time machine of rest. You close your eyes in darkness, and a second later, it is morning, and the world is bright again. But in between that closing and opening, you go somewhere outside of time. You go to the place where the batteries of life are recharged. You are standing at the door of that timeless place right now. It is a quiet door. It doesn't need a key. You just have to stop pushing against it, and it will open inward. Let go of the handle. Let gravity do the rest. Feel the heavy, comforting blanket of the cosmos wrapped around you. It is woven from billion-year-old light and ancient silence. It is thick and warm and safe. Pull it up over your shoulders. Cover your ears. Cover your eyes. Cover your mind. There is nothing left to track. There is nothing left to measure. The observer has left the building. The universe can carry on without you for a few hours. It knows what to do. The stars will keep burning. The earth will keep spinning. The photons will keep flying. You are off duty. Rest now. Deep, quiet, still, gone. You have reached the center point, the place where movement stops. Imagine an ancient anchor, heavy with iron, and time resting on the soft sand of the deepest ocean floor. Far above on the surface, there might be wind. There might be waves crashing. Ships might be sailing, hurrying to their destinations. But down here, miles below, the water is motionless. It is thick and still. The anchor does not shift. It is embedded in the quiet earth. You are that anchor now. Your body is heavy, sunk deep into the mattress. Your mind is tethered to the silence. The world above can keep spinning. The news can keep flashing. The traffic can keep moving. It has nothing to do with you. You are beneath the weather. Think of a great wheel turning steadily. The outer rim of the wheel is moving fast. That is the waking world, the world of action and noise and light. But if you move along the spoke towards the middle, the movement gets slower. And right at the very center, the hub of the axle, it is barely turning at all. It is just pivoting in place. You are nestled inside that center hub right now. The busy rim of the world is far away at the edge of your awareness. You can feel the gentle vibration of the turning, but you are not moving with it. You are holding the center position, the stillness at the heart of motion. And in this stillness, a silent magic begins to happen. While the master of the house is asleep, the tiny caretakers come out. The microscopic repair crews of your body get to work. They move through your bloodstream, patching up the tiny tears in your muscles. They move through your brain, sweeping away the chemical dust left over from thinking all day. They are restocking the shelves with energy for tomorrow. It is a quiet, efficient restoration, like a crew polishing a grand theater after the audience has gone home. They work best in the dark. They work best when everything is quiet. So do not disturb them. Stay heavy. Stay out of the way. Trust the silent intelligence of your own biology. You are being rebuilt, cell by cell, photon by photon in the dark. Let the work happen. Let the stillness deepen. Let the anchor sink a few inches deeper into the sand, rooted in rest, grounded in peace, motionless. All day, it has been swinging wildly, swinging far to the side of action, then far to the side of reaction, swinging towards excitement, then towards stress, back and forth, eating up energy with every arc. But now, the clock is winding down. The energy is fading. The arcs of the pendulum are getting smaller, shorter, slower. It is swinging gently near the center now. Just a slight sway left, a slight sway right, and soon it will come to rest completely at the dead center. The point of equilibrium, the point of perfect balance. Gravity is holding it still. Gravity is a gentle hand cupped underneath the weight, stopping the movement. Feel that gravity now. It is not a force pushing you down. It is the earth holding you up. The earth is a massive sphere, billions of years old, spinning in the quiet dark. It has pulled you to its surface, and it promises not to let you go. You don't have to hold on to the bed. The bed is holding you. You don't have to hold on to the floor. The floor is holding the bed. You don't have to hold on to the earth. Gravity has you safe. You can completely let go. Every muscle fiber can unclench. Every tension can dissolve. You are supported by a force as old as the universe itself. The pendulum has stopped swinging. It is hanging perfectly straight, perfectly still. There is nothing left to do but hang there, suspended in the dark, held by the earth, wrapped in silence. Let go. Let go. Let go. The ropes are untied now. Imagine a small, weathered wooden boat that has been tied to a busy dock all day long. The waves of the harbor have been bumping it against the wood. The noise of the market has been loud above it, but now the sun has gone down. The market is empty. The harbor is quiet. And someone has gently lifted the heavy hemp rope off the pylon. The rope slips into the water with a tiny, silent splash. The boat is free. There is no engine. There are no oars. You don't need them. A very slow, very gentle current is catching the hull. It is pulling you away from the shore. Inch by inch, the dock is getting further away. The lights on the land are getting smaller. They are getting fuzzier, like lights seen through a thick fog. A cool, soft mist is rising from the water. It wraps around the boat. It wraps around you. It muffles the world. Sound cannot travel through this thick, soft fog. The edge of the world is dissolving. You don't need to steer. The current knows where it is going. It is flowing out toward the open ocean of sleep. The water is deep and calm. Lie down in the bottom of the boat. Look up into the mist. You can't see the stars anymore. You can't see anything. Just soft, cool gray. Don't look back at the shore. It is gone now. The day is over. Look ahead into the emptiness, drifting, floating, fading into the fog. The journey is finished. You are almost there. Just drift. The fog has swallowed everything. There is no longer a boat beneath you. There is no longer water around you. There is only a soft, endless gray blanket. You cannot tell up from down. You cannot tell left from right. The boundaries of the world have dissolved away. The boundaries of you have dissolved away. You are no longer a solid thing, separate from the air. You are just a soft hum of energy vibrating gently in the void. Like a single note played on a cello, slowly fading into silence. Fading, fading. You are going back to the state before you were born. Back to the seed underground. Back to the photon waiting in the dark. Pure potential. Pure rest. There is nothing left to hold on to. Open your hands. Let the last little threads of thought slip through your fingers. Let them go. It is finished. It is quiet. It is good. Sleep now. There is nothing more to do. There is nothing more to think. There is nowhere else to go. You have arrived at complete stillness. You are safe in this empty space. You are held by the quiet. Let the last tiny bit of tension melt away. Let the very idea of you drift apart. Just peace. Just dark. Just rest. Shh. No more words now. Only silence. Deep. Dark. Still. Good night.